Welcome to another episode of the Fat Cats Rugby Podcast, the second of 2023. We're still saying Happy New Year. I don't know if we're in the vibes of New Year, New Us, but all we know is that one thing's constant. We're going to continue to bring lots of rugby to you. Thanks for everyone that's been engaging on social media. Thanks for everyone that is taking part in our online Twitter spaces, and thanks for everyone that is subscribing to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we urge you to do so. My name is Ruben Kihumuro, and with me here, the fat cat that is becoming very much a resident these days in the absence of Edwin. He's still MIA, probably still enjoying his holidays. Bruno.
Yep.
How was the weekend for you?
The weekend was super great, very nice. I liked everything about the weekend, especially the games that happened. They were so amazing. Some were shocking, some were expected.
What shocked you in particular?
A shocking result over the weekend was an Impis win away in Ginger. It was shocking, but I wasn't in Ginger. I was at Kings Park Arena for the Pirates game. But when I checked at halftime, the Impis game was, if I remember, 23. It was a nil. It was a draw. I don't remember if it was 18
it was halftime. I think was a draw,
and it was a draw, and continued throughout the second half. And Impis got a win from a drop goal.
Yeah,
I saw a clip. It was a nice drop goal by Henry Sekwe, who to me was man of the weekend.
Okay.
Of the 25 points that Impis scored against the Hippos, he scored 20 points.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that and into the weekend in particular. Yourself, you are very, very elite, but like I said, we'll get into that. Introducing our guest. He's not a newcomer, I should say, or a first-time guest. He's what I call the prime or the elite Uganda rugby fan, and his affiliation is with Heathens. I think over the weekend he's not the happiest of people because of the result, but in general he's a very, very happy man. Edward Kiwanuka, aka Eddie.
Yes.
Nice to have you around.
Thank you so much, Ruben. And I can only say Happy New Year to all people who are following us on Fat Cats. And please, I will not stop saying it. Let's subscribe and make sure we support our Fat Cats.
Yeah, definitely. Eddie.
Yes, please.
Just getting into the conversation, really. Last time we spoke to you, there was a lot of chaos. So many games. Kenya had Fox Stars. Then Zimbabwe also shocked us.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good. Basically, test rugby, international rugby for Uganda last year was something that was really disappointing.
It was really disappointing.
Yeah. Maybe you can tell us, what have you been up to? I mean, we've been seeing you on TV. Even on my way here, I saw you on a billboard. Tell us. What have you been
first
up
of all, as you said, I'm affiliated to rugby, and everybody, because of the structures we have in rugby, the discipline we have in rugby, that's why you keep on seeing me now doing so many other works of different companies.
Yeah.
And I thank rugby for this because it has mentored me who I am right now, because you get to know the values, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. And every gig that is coming in is because the first gig found me at my rugby club, and I've never looked back. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it's very important.
Yes, very. Discipline is key. We can't be saints, but discipline is key, and that's why you see That's why you see corporate companies working with you, because you get to know who you're working with and why you're working with somebody. But I'm okay. I'm all right. And really, you talked about the international, how Kenya Fox Stars, blah, blah, blah. It was really a disappointing moment in the whole of my time I've supported rugby. We got so many losses. because we had booked buses, we had booked hotels, we were going to travel. A lot of money was lost. Personally, I lost a lot of money, and up to now, I'm still refunding people. You understand? So because companies say, somebody says you booked.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. You understand?
Yeah.
But I thank the fans. They're really understanding, and we worked our way out of the situation.
Yeah, doesn't the union maybe come in to help out in such situations, since it was their event, their initiative?
Yeah, but again, now as fans, always we've been organizing transport for our fans. What they can do, they recommend you to, let me say, Nile breweries.
Yeah.
To give you FBIs, they recommend you to Coca-Cola to give you refreshments like water and stuff. But apart from that, I don't think that is their part. But again, they always come in handy just in case there's something to write for you, a letter or something to back you up. Yes. But I think in the near future they look into it. But again, the union itself lost a lot of money. They lost a lot of money. Inside the corridors, you could hear people crying. Service providers, if you talk to the owner of Legends, it was a mess. It was really a mess. It was a mess.
I remember 3 to 2 days before the event.
Yes.
The stands were already up.
Stands,
Yeah.
you were up.
The whole of the party was stands all the way.
I'm telling you, I had service providers. They were telling me, "Hey, twasa sude to jayo." They don't know a lot about rugby, but because they know me, they said, "We are coming. We've paid." You understand? And the gentleman had used the money, so you can understand the pain that everybody went through.
But now, in such situations,
Yep.
How do you mend relationships? How do you mend trust? Because through the grapevine, we're also hearing that there was a bit of a disgruntlement between the Legends management and the Uganda Rugby Union.
Yeah.
You yourself, you've talked about having excited service providers who had banked on you.
Yes.
I'm sure they were very disappointed.
They were so disappointed.
Afterwards. How have you gone about mending those relationships?
Okay, first of all, everybody I think the union released a statement, and you could clearly see that it was not the union's problem. These guys, they thought we were superior. They didn't want to come and play Uganda. They foxed us, Zambians. It was a mess. So you talk to somebody, come to talk to Ruben, say, you saw what happened. Let's come up with a payment plan if it's there anyway. And some other people said it's a loss. It's a loss.
Yeah, I think you're right. Some events get to happen, and it's at that moment not avoidable.
It is not avoidable.
So like
It is.
Like one fat cat always says here, nothing beats preparation.
Nothing beats preparation.
So
You're
I
right.
think it was a lesson
Yes,
going
it
forward
was.
for the union and other clubs and maybe even fans and other service providers. Preparation will always get us right.
I felt it, and I really apologize to the fans what we had. Everybody was in gear to move. Now you know that trip only, like from Kampala to Kakamega to Nairobi.
Right.
It takes a month plus. Preparing how this is going to be, talk to the border guys, make sure everybody has a yellow fever card, make sure the COVID. My God. But again, we live to see another day.
We learn and move.
Yeah, we will learn and move. Thank
Definitely.
you so much.
We hope 2023 gives us better opportunities. I mean, we really missed out on international rugby last year.
Yeah.
We hope this year gives us better. But anyway, moving on away from that, the league side this past weekend.
Yeah.
And we have been talking about preparation. I mean, my word, for those that were at Kings Park, what preparation that was from Kings Park management, from Pirates management, and from Nile Special. Such beautiful scenery from the setup, the dome, the park, the fun park, and they also just even the pitch. There is an overhead, I think, drone shot.
Yes.
It really looked beautiful. I mean, just maybe tell us about your experience about Kings Park before you even get into the game. Just the experience.
the whole of that evening, I kept on going to different service providers. The nice special people. I went to the Pirates management to thank them because right now, as we speak, somebody who saw Kings Park 2 years ago, I will say it now and I'll keep on saying it. We are ready. Kings Park is ready for an international game. You have the space. You could see that it's a different vibe. You see the rugby field now. You say, that means we are going forward now. People have been used to Kyadondo, legends, but on the end of the day now, give me Kings Park now. Give me Kings Park. Look at the arrangement, the dome, look at the stage. Look at everything was spot on for the first time. Kings Park did not run out of beer. Yes, I remember last time it was overwhelming for them. Not so Bruno. It was overwhelming for them. The fans, so and you know rugby fans, when they open up and start taking the now special, they want it, and they were like, we want it cold. Now they provided the beers last time. Now it was not cold, but this time,
Cold all the way.
very cold. But it was really nice. It was really nice. It was really nice, and I appreciate the management of Kings Park, Stanbic Black Pirates. That is the way to go. If we can have more facilities like that, we have the same. If we can have the same in Entebbe, we can have. If we can have the same in Jinja, we can have the same in Tororo. My friend, in the next 5-10 years, rugby will be on a very different level.
I think it was all about also space management, because Kings Park, you realize Kings Park is so big.
So big.
It's a chunk. So there is a way they managed space on the parking lot to where the stage should be, to where the fans should be, to where the VIP was. Everything was just so organized.
It was really organized.
Now Special also went overboard
and
branding the place.
They did, and they promised they are going to do. They're going to do the same during the whole tournament, the whole league. He said that experience will live after Kings Park. They'll take it to somewhere. I don't know where, but it's going to be there like that.
And to me, I think that's one fun experience that will bring in new fans and that will grow the game eventually.
That's what we've used as heathens to recruit more people. Because when you call in people that have been used to football, basketball, cricket, somebody comes there and say, and somebody will ask you, football will have so many fans, but we don't get this. And that's what we are trying to do now, even in football now. You're creating a space, a dome where you can go stand, drink, and then it's something. It's an experience now that now Special is doing, and kudos to everybody who's behind that arrangement.
Definitely, and I think for what Pirates and the Rugby Chill and Kings Park are trying to do, especially in Boyogere, is a perfect advert for rugby.
It is.
Because anyone who, I'm sure there were a couple of people who had their first time watching rugby over the weekend at Kings Park, and that was quite the spectacle.
And they would be glad to come back.
Yes, and I'm sure that will definitely make someone want to come back.
So many people are asking me, I told them yes. You know, it is something. Somebody, you might not understand the game at the first time, but the experience, the people you meet, the way disciplined we are as a rugby family, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Bruno, you had lost your voice at some point. You were on national TV assuring people how Pirates are going to win the league unbeaten. We are going to hold you by these words. You look like you're very high on adrenaline. Just tell us, walk us through where you think Pirates really won that game.
Oh God, what a weekend! It was fun. It was long time coming. I mean, we as Black Pirates managed to beat a pumped up Heathens, unbeaten in the league last season, unbeaten in Uganda Cup, same big boys, guys who have played together for over 5 years or even more, guys who have played rugby since childhood, products of tag rugby. I mean, Black Pirates excelled against a team that is, to Ugandan standards, super rugby. Guys who know the basics, right? Guys who know all the tactics, guys who never give up, guys who have beaten Pirates in 15s for the last 4 years. I mean, it was all excitement and a good reason to celebrate for the fans of Stanbic Black Pirates. It was a good win. I myself, I get to train with some players on days of the week, and to me, because I remember Edwin, our fellow Fat Cat, asked me on a video how the game would be, how I predict the game. And I told him I was 80% sure we would win the game. He asked me why. I told him it wasn't good moods in Entebbe after losing to Heathens in a Uganda Cup final. After putting up a good show, we had to lose in the extra minutes, to drop goals too by Joseph Ayet, talented halfback. But I was like, no, I'm very sure. I've seen the players mentor in training. I've talked to most of them. We are getting this. And I mean, the first half was good. Stanbic Black Pirates gained possession throughout the first half with good tries. But to me, my best performance in the game was the whole front row of Stanbic Black Pirates. To me, always when I'm watching rugby, my attention is always on the front row, because a performance by the front row determines what any other player can do on the pitch. If you get to see how Heathens have been winning games, leadership, fitness of the other guys like the Aarons, that aside, the front rows have never gone wrong. They've never gone wrong, and the coach trusts them. So, to me, our performance of the front row in the first half over the Heathens front row, they are good. I mean, I'm not taking that from them, but the excellent performance of the Pirates front row was good. Up to the end, my best moments in the game were again by the front row guys. I mean, Didi was on fire, who had promised me that performance before the game. The best being from Kabagambe. There is one trending one on social media, but to me, that wasn't even my best moment by him on the pitch. My best moment was towards the end of the game, when Heathens only needed, in the last minutes, they only needed a convertible try. And they were going for a try. It was Victor. Victor was getting the ball, going straight to the center under the poles. But Ivan was able to move through and grab the ball with Victor at the same time. And the more powerful guy had to take it. Then also, the other moment that he also excelled in was also towards the end. Heathens got a penalty, and they called for a scrum. On calling for a scrum, they were on an advantage because they just wanted to take the ball all the way to the poles, to the try line. And they were on an advantage. They thought they would be on an advantage because some of the front row guys of Pirates had been substituted. So they had an advantage. But Ivan still on. I heard him shout, "We have to get this scrum." And good thing, they did what the Heathens wanted to do. Heathens wanted to push the scrum all the way to the try line. They instead pushed them back and gained position. I mean, that was so good. I felt good, and everything you saw in the video was out of excitement, belief, and I promise it, when it goes down, I can be held accountable. I'm also human, but I still stick to it.
Oh, now you remember you're human. Now you remember. When you were showing guys on TV, you look like as if you were extraterrestrial. But anyway, Me, I really think it was more of mental. I think both teams are a bit balanced, but when you see Pirates having lost to Heathens all through 2022, it became a mental hurdle that they had to overcome. A team that could beat them as and when they wanted, but now finding that extra edge to go overboard. But anyway, Eddie, in your perspective, what do you think happened with the Heathens over the weekend? Because you know how bakwita kusala ebigambo, others are saying because of the separation in the camps, as others are saying complacency, others are saying a couple of things. So what, in your opinion, do you think fell short on the day for the boys?
Yeah. First of all, it was a bad day in the office because Pirates had, Stanbic Black Pirates had all the chance to kill off the game. If Ivan Magom had converted all the penalties, had converted, how many did he miss?
They left about 12 points in the first half.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Secondly, I don't want to mention players, but there are two players that I personally know. And now other teams have learned that that's where our weakest link is. Heathens will not give up to the last minute.
Right.
But we conceived two tries that would be avoidable. Really, we considered two tries that, and Heathens kept on thinking we are going to, until the 80 minutes were over. It was a bad day in the office. The boys played their hearts out. But as you know, a game of rugby, there must be a winner. But on Saturday, that wasn't the normal Heathens we've been knowing for the last 2022. Pirates were better, and they had all the chances to win the game in the first half. Kill it off completely. But again, our technical team took some time to make some changes where we had problems, and the Pirates capitalized on that. They knew Bruno is the weakest link with work taker, and indeed, it yielded fruits for them. And I thank them. And it's something our sponsor, Platinum Credit, told us when he was giving us money. He said, I'm tired of this unbeaten thing. It is not good for business. It is not good for the sport.
We want competition.
We want competition.
Right.
I'm not telling you. He said, I'm quoting him verbatim. He said, I don't want you to lose. But again, we need competition. We need some other corporate companies that are pumping money into rugby to see where their money is going. Because right now, I believe you, Mr. Stanbic, is happy that we are investing in something that people are ready to die for. It wasn't a good day on that side. We lost, but again, I saw beautiful rugby being played. Young boys have manned up now. You could see, and if the structures are right, if the technical team on the national side is right, we have boys that can beat any team on any day. I saw boys passing balls and hitting up. That moment you're talking about of Ivan putting down, Kabagambe putting down Scott. Who knew that would happen? That is showing you that rugby. Yes. But as they say it, but
the second
we lost. But
really
again,
interesting to see.
We talked about the experience. After losing, we said, loss aside, let's enjoy the day. And that's what makes rugby a very different sport.
Yeah.
The phone, Bruno, give me beer. What? We talk about things. We've lost, you've won, but again, life goes on. That is the beauty of this sport, and that's why I like it so much.
And I will give you kudos in one way, that even when the game was tight, everyone else seemed to be on tension. You guys were invited. When the song comes, you dance. And I remember having a conversation with you, asking you a question, but to date, you have still not allowed. When do you guys have your choir practice? 'Cause you guys, there is a song they sang, and the men would stop at some point, and it's the women that would sing.
Would come in,
the women stop, and the men that is what killed me. No, there were particular words that are said by only the women. Then these are said by the. I asked him, but when do you guys do your choir practice? It's like, no, when we come here.
Yes, when we come.
I don't believe that.
I'm telling you, it's a cohesion.
Even the dance moves.
We've been together for some time. We've built a very big fan base, and we've been together for some time. Now, if you find me with Bruno, that means Ruben, you have to follow what we are doing.
Yeah.
Right. And somebody will tell you, how do you sing? Now here we stop. You see, at times I even take charge. I become like a choir master. I said, stop. They're coming now. It is something that brings vibe in the game, and it's nice. That's why you see we have so many fans who just want the vibe. Okay, as and you ask, it's good for the sport. I say, so that shows you how this game is being transformed from where it was so many years ago and how it is now. You can see when you go to hippos, you can see they've copied the same thing, which is a good thing. You can see that I had some Pirates fans in front of me, and you could see they could stand up, do the Eka dance also. That used not to be the case some years ago, but now it is something. Even if I no longer come to support rugby, I know there is something that I did for the fans that you are following now. It's good for every club and for the country.
Yeah, I think before we go further, we just want to let people know that it's 2023.
Yes.
You need to really, really take some time off whenever you have the chance.
Yes.
Maybe it can be yourself, a bit of self-love, come around and have a stay at the Fred and Winnie B&B. Or even if you're trying to surprise someone and have a getaway with them. Yeah. Or even if you have some people that are coming into the country and basically you just want to get a convenient, conducive, peaceful place for them to stay.
Yes.
Or if you have maybe some old folks that are in town and you don't have enough space where you are, the Fred and Winnie B&B covers all of that with a number of things on offer. 10 self-contained private bedrooms consisting of 2 deluxe doubles, 3 standard doubles, 1 deluxe twin and 2 standard twin bedrooms, a fully equipped kitchen, power backup system, Wi-Fi, laundry services, a chef to cater to your every meal, and a sumptuous buffet breakfast with choice of selected tropical fruits. So basically all this, you can just get it and get an offer courtesy of the Fat Cats by calling this number for bookings, 0778 933 559, 0778 933 559. So yeah, basically that is it. But before we get into the next segment of what we want to talk about,
you've been talking about the Airbnb.
Yeah.
When I checked one of the rooms in Uganda, I can only say, "Bayina room, banangi."
Yeah, I always tell people that you don't have to go to a 5-star hotel to get all these services. Sometimes you should come here and you get surprised.
I was shocked about the security. I looked at the security cameras that we have around this place. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
The rooms are clean, spotless clean. And then I looked at the kitchen. Fat Cats.
So before we leave this particular topic, I just wanted to understand. Maybe before we actually get into that, just to have a case of what happened elsewhere, people need to know that the Cobs got a very, very big win. Maybe you could say reorienting Walukuba into the league with a baptism of fire, 76 points. And from the comments we got by our resident journalist, actually, he told us that it could have possibly been 100 points. But maybe they just put their foot off the gas at some point. Like you had said earlier, Impis got the win in Ginger in what was dubbed the Giordano Stings Derby. They are sponsored by Giordano, both teams, with new jerseys this season, and it was very important for both of them to show the sponsor that Fabalina man. It is showing that they are not only good at social media jazz, but also they understand the rugby. Henry Nsekwe with 20 points. Keep in mind, Impy scored 1 try. Hippo's scored 3 tries, if I'm not mistaken. But the points of Henry Nsekwe kept that game on.
What?
The penalties.
Yeah,
penalties.
He was in his bag.
Eh?
The boot was on.
The boot was on.
Whatever he ate last week, he should continue eating it. Then going to Kyadondo, Buffaloes, Rhinos at halftime, tight game. Somehow, I don't know what happened. Maybe Mama Kanyanya brought some chicken. And then the boys just opened up things. Second half, the score was really big. Then Entebbe, tight game between the Mongas and the Rams, but Monga is saying, you're not beating us in our city.
11-9.
Yeah, 11-9. And
that was really
the
tight.
final one, which other game? Have we covered all of them? I think we have covered all of them. And I think that just brings the table standings to put Cobs at the top, second with the Toyota Buffaloes, Stambik Pirates as third, Impis as fourth, Monga as fifth, Rams sixth, Hippos in seventh, the Heathens in eighth. When was the last time? I know it's only game week 1. When was the last time you saw Heathens in such a position? In the second part of the table.
My friend, how many years ago? I remember we had a very tough year. I remember that year we finished 5th, but we were like Madange. I remember most of the fans didn't want to put on the replica. I remained with like 3. You know me, I don't give up. I don't give up. I said, even if I remain 1 fan, I'll be there putting on my replica. But after, every team was beating Heathens. But after beating us, now you've lost on the pitch, and now the fans have you, and you say, a team. And somebody even recorded like a clip. I was in the stands, and I said, Manangi. I remember those days Otim was playing, and I asked the coach. The man made that a knock-on immediately after being sub. He made a knock-on in our 5, and the guys made a try. I almost collapsed, and the guy took a video and said, "Please, Heathens players, mind about the fans as well. We might lose them." I was mad, and remember, I'm up there. The coach is down here. I had no kind words for the coach. But again, I get fired up during that moment. But after the game, I go, apologize, talk to him and he said, yeah, you're right in your capacity. And we made the mistake. Yeah. But again, life goes on. But it's just 1 game. Give it like 3-4 games. 3-4 weekends. And then you will know.
Conversation about it.
The table is going to change by
It's going to change.
Because I believe only 2 teams last week picked bonus points.
Yeah.
You see?
But now most teams will pick bonus points this coming weekend.
Yes.
And it will be a table now.
After like the 5th game, 4th, 5th, because now Heathens is playing Buffaloes. Mixed, and then after Buffaloes, we are playing Cobs.
Right.
Now it's going to change.
It's going to change.
It's going to change. And I think Cobs playing Heathens, they will play Pirates somewhere there.
Yeah,
and also
Pirates Pirates is playing Cobs and
Pirates are playing Hippos.
Yeah.
Ginger away as the 3rd game. Then after they will be playing Cobs.
It's going to be interesting. Yes.
Yeah, but anyway, then the table closes off with Rhinos at 9th and Walukuba at the bottom. The new entrants yet to adjust. But anyway, just talking about one of the things that has been in conversation for the last 2 weeks. And we had a space where we touched on it, but we did not want to talk so much because we don't like to talk from an uninformed point of view.
Yes.
And we always want to maintain this when we are communicating, that as Fat Cats, we are a platform that's impartial.
Yes.
On every side, we just want to give everyone a platform to have a conversation. And as well with there is a new group that is called the Chest that has come up, which is a section of Heathens rugby fans, or let me say Kyadondo rugby fans. And I would like to put it on record that we try to contact them and get them on this platform as much as possible, because we usually have people tell us, you know what, hey, you guys only go on one side. No, we try to, as much as possible, create a rapport and have them come here. But luckily enough, we have someone from Heathens who can at least paint for us a picture of what happened and what is going on. So maybe you can give us a background. What is bringing around this separation between the so-called paid versus the chest? Why are people being chest, and what are we paying for?
Okay, for the record, nobody is chest.
Okay.
I want to put it straight. Nobody is chest, but as a growing club,
yeah,
there are some structures that must be put in place. Okay, it is not an individual saying Bruno or Ruben.
Yeah,
but it is a committee. It's called Funds Excom, in conjunction with Kyadondo Excom, that are bringing. Now we just trying to enforce something. Okay. On 28th of Feb 2022, we had a Funds Excom meeting. We called every Heathens fan to come in and attend, because we wanted to know, to ask fans what can we do. And then the new Funds Excom members were elected. I remember Asha Kalanza, she had just come in, Emma Muhanji. So we were trying to relate the Funds Excom and the Kyadondo Excom. So we had a meeting. It was on the 28th, and I remember on that day, after the meeting, we had to go to Makerere. We had to play Rams or Imps or something. Now we had the meeting from morning at around 10, and things were resolved. And I have them on record here. Right. They were constituted and resolved. I'll give you to read. But it said, for us, the funds, to have an upper hand, for Kyadondo management to acknowledge that we have funds here, let's pay up membership. Kyadondo's membership is 250,000. But as a Funds Excom, we talked to Kyadondo, we said, let's try and rally as many funds as possible. And the management said it's okay. The 200 will be for Kyadondo. The 50,000 goes to the Funds Excom, whereby it is well constituted. We have an account, we have everything. And we have committee members. And we agreed, we were 24 funds that participated, and they all signed. The 24 funds that participated and attended that meeting. They said, with immediate effect, funds should pay 50,000. You know, when it gets to win or now,
right?
That's where it's confusing. Now we said, let's have as many funds as possible, so that when we pay the 250,000, the 200,000 goes to the club to help up the different teams that are under the umbrella of Kyadondo. Okay? And the 50, it's the funds to decide.
Funds treasury.
Yes. What can we do? Ruben has a problem at home. Ruben has no rent. Yeah. Bruno is sick. Yeah. What can we do? Have you allowed?
Or a fan has lost a relative.
Yeah, exactly. So how can we help? So the funds come up and say, this release maybe 1 million shillings. And on for different problems. But anyway, fast forward, we said, if you pay the 250 for Kyadondo, you'll get privileges. Okay? On all the local games, it is written there. On all the local games, you don't pay.
You don't pay to enter.
To enter. Okay. One. And then you have, on any game that is at Kyadondo, you are assured of parking. This business of telling you that we have to park across. For you flash your card, you say, I paid as a member, unaingia ndani. Okay? Now, when it comes to big games, we have the VIP up there, you always see it. You don't just access it. But when you're a member, you can access it.
The clubhouse.
In the clubhouse. Now, two, if you need to use the pitch, only paid up members can use that pitch. You come on a Monday, you said you work out with the Pirates. Yes, there is a gym behind there. Yeah. If you want to go and use it, you can use it. Okay. And then they said other incentives will keep on coming as we go on. And in this modern world now, no sport, any sport that is not. If you want it, subscribe to it. Yeah. How do you expect players to go home? How do you expect them to go to school? When you don't subscribe, you need the pitch to be clean. So we kept on reminding fans. Fans said, now we had a WhatsApp group. It had 169 participants. Okay. We said, and I remember Baine kept on saying, if the 169
and contribute half.
If we all say we are going to pay 250, okay, how much money is that? That means we don't even the sponsor will be by the way. Yeah. And I told them we need to start now until the fans excom said, you know what, this is the only platform we have. We are not chasing anybody from Kyadondo. You can come have your beer. You can come support your team. But on this platform where we'll be sharing our info, we only need paid up members. You can pay the full amount, or you can come up with a payment plan. You can pay in installments. Right. Okay. We have people who can.
Just to clarify, it's an annual fee, right?
Yes, a year, 250,000. If you divide it by 12 months. How much is that? I'm not very good in mathematics.
2,500.
2,000 or 25? 25. Anyway, I'm not that good in mathematics. But again, you can see.
It's like I heard somewhere they were saying that it's supposed to pay in at least 3 installments.
You can pay in 3 installments, or you can go to the management and say, me Bruno, I cannot afford the 3 installments, but I'll pay this amount every month. Yeah. Every month
until it's done.
But now they recognize you as a member because you are doing something
as a fan.
So they gave us all those options. And I thank Tolbert. He said, I'm giving you all the payment avenues. The merchant codes, Airtel, Momo, FlexiPay. Yeah. You just, from the convenience of your bed or you are home, you send the money and say, you just flash the the message, and they put you back on the WhatsApp if you are removed. Yeah. But when you are instilling, you're putting systems in place. Yeah. Not everybody will welcome them. Right. And people have not been used to this. But again, it is just a WhatsApp group. Why would you fight for a WhatsApp group, really? Why would you?
Do you think there was maybe to a certain extent, maybe people didn't feel happy the way they were removed from the WhatsApp group? Because I think you and I share a mutual other rugby group where people have been throwing Sato chants. Yeah, sometimes actually not Sato. They're just directly attacking. Saying, how do you throw us out of a WhatsApp group? Hey, we support this team.
It's true. It's true. But of all the people, not very many have been there more than I have been there. Yeah. I remember I used not to pay the subscription fee for Kyadondo until somebody sat me down and said, this is not how we support a club. Okay? Yeah. He taught me how they support a club, and I said, I've been doing a mistake. I was the one ranting, but when you sit down and analyze, how are these boys going to be paid? You have young boys that are coming in. Yeah. They are supposed to be paid. They are supposed to get their semi-pro every month. We have injuries. People are supposed to go under surgery or something. But how do you expect them to run the club? Yeah. So I said, so when we talked, and it's not my initiative. No, me, I'm just a member. Being an admin, we are 3 admins on that forum. But it is me who said, he said, Edward. My boss, Mr. Daniel, said, Edward, you are supposed to do this on the 7th of January. I said, okay, sir, I'll do it.
As per the minutes of the previous
Thank
meeting.
you so much. Give me the list of people who have paid, compare them with the WhatsApp group, and then we start removing people.
Yeah, so according to your records, how many do you have paid at the moment?
As we speak now, we are like 70. Okay? All are not paid up. Some are on installment arrangement. Others are fully paid up.
Yeah.
But what I can say now, from when people left, were removed from the WhatsApp group, the club has made more than 10 million shillings.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
Great. That's great. So, is there any other contingency plan on how to harmonize with the chest? Because we saw them on the weekends. They even collected money and gave the legendary Alex Mubiru, which shows they have the money. Maybe they are not seeing reason for the money to be paid. Is there any strategy, any plan on how to harmonize and bring these people back home?
Yeah.
In quotes.
No, we Heathens is an open place.
Yeah.
We slowly by slowly we are talking.
Yeah.
Did you see people fighting at Kings Park?
No.
Not at all.
No. But
according we are
I
celebrating
did
the same
notice
tribe.
something though.
Yes.
There seemed to be a sort of separation.
Yes.
Where some fans on one side in the Heathens jersey, other fans on one side.
But at the end
in
of
the
the day,
yellow
they
shirt.
celebrate one tribe. Same tribe.
Just know it is rugby winning.
Yeah.
It is rugby winning at the end of the day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because we are supporting the same club. But slowly, it's the first time it is happening.
Yeah.
But believe you me, other clubs have picked a leaf. Okay? I didn't even know until that day. I didn't know Rams they pay 240,000 a year.
That's interesting.
Yes, 240. Cynthia was telling me they paid 240,000. And Alan Musoke was telling me they pay over 100,000. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know about that for Cobbs. There's a membership.
Yes,
as well.
it's
I don't know,
membership.
does Pirates
Same.
pay
250.
250 annually?
Yeah, though we also have the platinum and the gold. So you choose
How
a
much do you pay?
class.
Pirates?
It depends on the class you're taking.
Okay.
Platinum, there is even one that is gold that reaches up to 1
Do you care
million.
to break down what's
that
in the
kind of-
particular offers?
I would first get permission from the head of
Ah,
council
yeah.
to say
Okay.
What
that.
if I wanted to join now? You have to first get
We
permission.
can always talk about
Hey,
that.
you can talk about
And
it.
I
Yes,
tell
I
people,
like
by the
that.
way,
I like
This
that.
season I'm supporting Pirates and Impis.
And Pirates and Impis,
Yes.
which is a very good thing.
Yes,
But when Pirates is playing Impis, what will you do?
I'll support the ref.
But it's something new. I know. People are not
change
ready
is
for
hard.
that.
Change is always
A
hard.
change, yes, because it's something that is constituted properly, resolved, and just to know it is not going to go away.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
To me, in my opinion, I think there is more to being a fan
Yes.
than putting on that replica. It's a good thing than going to the stand and shout your heart out,
Yes.
your
Yes.
lungs out.
Yes, please.
Supporting a club in the stands on game day. There is more to that.
Yes. Yes.
And it will come to me, I'll take it back to the club structures. In the club structures, there is an EXCOM which has members according to title and their duties. That particular scenario we're talking about is under, I don't know for other clubs, but I believe all clubs have the head of funds. Now, what I believe must be one duty or role of the head of funds is to, one, establish the measures to attract funds. After attracting those funds, there is more to educating them about how a club runs.
Yes.
If maybe that person doesn't do that or is busy to do that, as a fan, you have to take time and know how this sport that is taking your Saturday afternoon time runs. It is not news to any fan, whether new or old, that some clubs are struggling financially. Some clubs are running for years without sponsors. Some players are getting injuries, and we are getting to our elders to contribute to the point of also doing car washes,
yes,
fundraisers to get money.
Yes.
As a fan, you'd ask yourself, this sport of contacts, body contacts that these guys play, have 80% of all players on pitch getting out injured. Clubs have no insurance. How would they survive medically?
Yeah.
Meaning, as a fan, now you start approaching the head of fans and other fans. How can we avoid that? You also realize worldwide, in any sport,
yes,
it's more than going to the stand.
Yes, it's more than
you have to be a subscribed member of a club. When it comes to membership, that's another discussion. You have to pay. Worldwide, even if you research on other clubs, as far as even in football, this Manchester United, there is membership.
There is.
There has never been anything like pay full membership. There is always that provision. So to me, I believe the scenario that happened was either fans not knowing what they're doing. You can't just label yourself, get a t-shirt, I've been chased. No, you're not chased, man. The club loves you. I'm sure players love you.
The irony is, I think people paid about 20,000 for those shirts. Now, if you had put that as
a deposit, you get. So it's all about learning, knowing how a club runs, how much you need them, and how great they need you. So to me, I think what happened, I mean, Evans is my rival club, but I would hate to see that happening in our sport.
Yep.
I think it was a case of misinformation. They still have a chance to do the right thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you'll be in your own stand. You label yourself the chased, much as the other gang says they didn't chase you, but you are supporting the same tribe, same club, same scenarios. In all ups and downs, you'll still be a Heathens fan. So, and to me, it's a wake-up call to all the other clubs, the head of fans, the structures, the management. We have to educate these fans.
We need
these fans.
We need to.
How we need them, and how they need us.
We need to.
And at the end of the day, you'll be and me. You can explain after being told how you are supporting Heathens. I'm sure after being told how that subscription helps, and after paying it, you even felt in proper fan of a club. It feels way different. For those that have not paid subscription for their clubs, they should know if you are a paid up member of a club, there are benefits that you are entitled to. Go to the club, I'm sure they are there and they will be told to you.
They will be.
I mean, you are a fan, they know you. You can go to the coach and ask him, what has happened to Aaron Foyro? He's not around today. And the coach will tell you. But if you are a paid up fan, you are entitled to all that information. You are entitled to the players available, the numbers they are playing, the reason they are not there, any information concerning the club, because none of the clubs in Uganda is running as a private entity and they are hiding information. No, all that information is available, and you are entitled to it as a paid up fan. So, like I said, they need some more sensitization. They will have their eyes opened. They will know the truth. They will know why they were chased. And then they will be in line. They will be in line.
But again, I've been with Heathens for so many years, 15 plus years. But there are some fans I've never seen active. We've always waited for Ruben will do it. But I've seen fans that are active, and I'm saying yes, Kumbe. For all those years you could do this. Thank you so much. Let's keep doing this. I know. Maybe they say they were misinformed, but that is life. When change comes, embrace it. Not everybody will embrace it, but it has to, because it's something that we talked about, we constituted and resolved, and we have minutes with it, and the Kyadondo management agreed with it.
And to me, it's a continuous thing. This thing will always happen up to infinity. Because
up to infinity.
This has happened after one fans meeting. Meaning the second meeting is up to bigger things. The third up to the end.
And we can get better. I know we are Monju. We will resolve that. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know. And it's good for the sport now. I've seen people paying, and then what is very interesting, somebody saying, you'll see somebody has paid his membership fully, but is this side saying Nedda now?
Maybe he has to side with his chick. Happy wife, happy life.
Anyway, it's okay. It's good. It's good. But if somebody has paid and is telling you not to pay,
right.
True. In the first place, you ask yourself, why did he or she pay?
Right.
And others are saying, they come and they pay. Say, so I say, thank you so much. Yeah, I like that because you're supporting the boys. And when structures are there, because right now as we speak, we can be there, we can shout our lungs out. But at the end of the day, Ruben has to go home and announce his wounds.
Right.
How? He needs money. He needs transport. He needs so many things. And it is something that will be there, as you said. Infinity. Right. We are going to retire. Leave it, and it will be there.
New funds will come.
Yes, and then if you want to change it, be a paid up member. Enforce a meeting. You say, as paid up members, we need to sit. We don't want this. But you've paid up. Yeah. But if you are there and you are not a paid up member, how will you vote out the so-called dictator?
Yeah,
you can't.
And
it comes from the club now. Right. Then we go. It comes from the Heathens, and then we go to the Kyadondo. That's when you can become a member, and then you can go into those posts where you can start even voting for the union officials.
I mean, you want your club to grow.
Yes,
you have to
they do.
Changes have to happen.
Changes must happen.
You have to enforce them. You have to be part of the change.
I do think that change is definitely tough, but it is inevitable.
Yes, Papa.
And I was even speaking to one rugby player on the weekend and was like, man, sometimes going onto that pitch and people are shouting at you and people are abusing you, but they're not even wanting to pay a certain subscription to the team. It really doesn't sit right with them. And then also just ideally, I mean, it's what you guys are doing and what clubs are doing is the future of where this game is
it's
going.
A future.
Like we are so past this stage of I just call myself a fan because I come and I sit in a stand and maybe drink a couple of beers and then just move on from that. That we need to now be more organized, the memberships and everything. But anyway, maybe just in just 30 seconds before we leave this topic and we start to wrap up, what would be your last statement about this particular scenario with the chess?
Now, first of all, I've said it and I'll keep on saying it. Nobody was chased. It is just a WhatsApp group was cleaned. And that's how powerful it is. If you don't want to belong to a WhatsApp group, why do you fight?
Yeah.
That means you've been gaining social capital from that WhatsApp group and other things. Why are you fighting? Say, Ruben, you've removed me. I'll keep on supporting my club. Blah blah. I'll stay here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But when it gets personal, I say it is just time.
Yeah.
It gets somehow personal. You see somebody throwing jabs here and there. But me, Edward Kiwanuka, I've been used to this for so many years.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, and rugby, at the end of the day, will win. Will win because if we have 100 fully paid up members, that is 25 million shillings.
It can do some great things.
The sponsor gave us 110 for a year. Now you can imagine if we can collect, if we have 200 paid up members, how much is that? That's 50 million shillings. What can it change? A lot. And you have a say. You say, Bruno, we are changing this. Why? I'm a paid up member and please support me. Let's change this. And you change it. But you cannot change anything when you say, I'll come drink. You can. And Kyadondo will always welcome you. Come drink, enjoy. But there is more to that than drinking a beer and shouting without paying.
Yeah. Moving away from that, I wanted to pick your thoughts. What are your thoughts, actually, from both of you? What are your thoughts about, especially looking into what happened last year and coming into this year with rugby and Nile Special? What is your take about the partnership between rugby and Nile Special?
Ruben, I can't say anything about Nile Special because I believe without Nile Special, rugby would be struggling.
Yeah.
The things they do. When we were starting this show, you talked about the experience we had at Kings Park. How much money?
Special for that.
How much money they spent? How they go an extra mile? You saw the challenges of pulling the truck, paying up the teams. I can only say, please give us more.
Right.
Give us more, because without a sponsor, you'll see team we will be struggling.
Yeah,
and I can only say we need more and more sponsors or partners to come in and support our beautiful sport. That's all I can say. Yeah. And if we go on like this, I know, we'll make it.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah. Thoughts on that?
Great stuff. I happened to be at the presser for the season's launch. It was a nice launch.
Yes, it was.
Now special, all the commitments that they made to the sport this season, the fans, most of what they promised was a fans experience. Whether select or not, whether you are in attendance or not, at least you will have to watch a game of a weekend of rugby every weekend. To me, it was great. I give them kudos. One of their commitments, it happened at the opener game at Kings Park Arena. The fans' experience was mad. To be honest, I saw pics of people still having fun at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. That shows you.
From 2 p.m. to 7 a.m. of the next day.
Yeah.
It was good. It was
an
good
experience.
I can't thank them enough. I mean, the only hindrance that has affected us as Ugandans in our daily lives and in our executions is consistency. It's just game week. We are now going into game week 2. I just pray the consistency and the promises that were made are executed. It was done on a presser, so I believe they also have their structures and arrangements to deliver both to the clubs, to the fans, and any other stakeholders.
Yeah. I do agree with both of you. I think at this point we have reached Nile Special and rugby, especially rugby in Uganda, have a rematch made in heaven. There is so much that has been done together, so much that has been achieved over the years, and it's only right. It's really, really only right that more is given. I mean, this season has already started on a bang. The game day one, all the activations, giving back to the players, and then just the spectacle that was at Kings Park. I'm really excited to see what more is going to be done in 2023, and we, of course, will always just say, please drink responsibly. That's very, very important.
Smart drinking.
Yes, and it is for only 18 years and above.
Yeah.
But anyway, as we start to close, I just to start to get to know some more things about you. On a game day, be it local or international, what's your routine normally like before you head to Kyadondo or you head to wherever you're going?
No, I first of all, everybody in my house knows it's a rugby day. So they will ask, is it Uganda or event? So that everything is set there. I normally don't take heavy breakfast because I know the day is going to be long. So I always, if the game is going to be at Kyadondo, I always want to come at Kyadondo and have a chigera at Mama Kanyanya's. But in my head, I make sure my vuvuzela is there.
Set.
I have water. I have a towel. My shoes, I always look for good shoes for the game. For the game.
Drip.
And then normally weekend it's a leg day, so you look for shorts. Leg day. But I get set and I make sure I'm not late for the game. And if you are going to leave Kampala and go outside Kampala, I have to call my bus guy to be around on time. And then remember, we have beers that we go with on the bus. If we are going on Saturday, I always come on Friday, go Friday, pick up the beers, and then make sure they are chilled properly. It's an experience. But on that day, I make sure I come, eat, and I'm ready for the game. I take a lot of water. At times I forget, but I always have my guy there.
Yeah.
I always have Ken or Shamim. Make sure
you have a water boy.
Yeah, make sure Uncle Seb has water. Because you're taking a nurse special, and I take a nurse special and I take water. Take a nurse special and I take water. Because the night is long. And normally, now after the game, I've seen, if you have an experience, we go, then I go. I try as much as possible to go home early on a game day.
What exactly is early anyway on a rugby weekend?
I am a Muganda, so when a Muganda man leaves home, anytime he comes home,
it's early.
Call me home. But anyway, I normally want to go home at 11 midnight or 10 because Sunday is always my family day. Sunday, my wife is not supposed to cook. No, I'm always in the kitchen with my children, okay, to bond with them, to talk with them when they are not at school. My wife has to have breakfast in bed because she's special. That's how we bond. Then we talk about things. We get daddy this, daddy that. Leta katungu, leta nyanya. We cook. Normally, I don't want to leave home on a Sunday unless I have any other commitment. I have activations with a different brand, but I normally don't want to leave. But I always go home, look at the games now, then watch what happened. If we have won, like the Pirates game, I gotta you know when you're there waiting, that try. That one try.
And Heathens always has that last try. I thought it was coming. I thought it was coming, but the Pirates bended.
But normally that's how I am. But on Saturday, all my head is rugby. Even my clients, I tell them, Bananga, if it's an emergency, I can only attend to you up to 10 a.m. or 11. Yeah. The rest, and they always tell them, they don't make a mukaga. Why? Because I don't know how to live. Rugby it's part of me. It's part of me and my children. They do know it. They don't know it. They know daddy. You even go back now when it is live on TV. That's my game.
Is your family also actively involved in watching the games live?
Live?
Or just coming to be around?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Is it a decision you made as a family, or
yes.
is it
yes, I did.
They don't particularly have?
Yes, I did. Interest? I normally don't want my wife to come around into that chaos. So many people want to target her, so I always keep her out of my business, rugby business, because she sees everything. She gets all the info, and she's like, "That is my man. That is my man. I accepted him, and I've been with him for over 15 years. That is my man."
That's great.
And they tell him, he's my man. Well, yeah, that's because we have been with her, and she has accepted that I love the sport. I used to go to motorsport, and she told me, Sarau, motorsport takes a lot of money. And she told me I can see that, but here in rugby, I see you're in one place. I know that you are there, and from there you will come home. Please. Better one. Because she knows you cannot separate me from rugby. You can't. And when you're going for trips, she will be the first to say, they know the drill. Even my daughter Cynthia knows everything. Because they know I love the game. At the end of the day, it is rugby in my blood.
Do you want your kids to play rugby?
Yes, I would love to see my kids playing rugby. But I always tell them to decide.
It's their personal decision.
Yes, don't come into rugby because you see that, my elder son plays a lot of football.
Oh.
Yes, so I told him, why don't you? It is. I told them it's their decision.
Yeah.
If you want to play rugby, I'll be there to support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want, it's their decision. I don't want to influence my daughter or son. You come to rugby, it's their decision. If they want to come, I always give them everything, every support to be in this sport.
Yeah. You have been Uganda's biggest cheerleader for a while. I'm sure when you think about it, sometimes that you think there's a time when you'll just want to be that fan who just comes and just sits and just enjoys themselves, and you give away that mantle of cheerleading to someone else. Yeah. Is there anyone you look at and you think who has the talent that can be able to fit into your role?
Yes.
Or are you trying to groom someone into that position?
Yes, I have. I'm training like 4 guys now. Okay. And if you could notice, they're always around me. Okay. I have Solomon. I have Mark.
I know Solomon.
Yes, I have Ken. We call him Puti Puti. And then there's another guy. But I always try to tell them, now you need to come here. You need to do this. You need to do that. And if I'm not at a rugby game when Hiddens is playing, they know the drills. They take over. You saw now you can see when Solomon takes over. We follow. I said take over, we follow. Yes. Okay, because tomorrow I'll not be around. Yeah. Yes, and I've spotted some boys in ginger hippos. Let me hope they will keep the same vibe. That's what I want to see. And after the game, rugby is a very special sport. I walk to them and say, Omanyi this doesn't work like this. What should I have done? This is not a violent sport. You understand? So we talk, we have a chat, we have a beer, and then you see somebody changing. Now when you're supporting, don't stop. Please don't stop. And I could see some 3-4 young boys coming up from Ginger, and it's what I want, because very soon I'll be like Musaba. But I kept telling Musaba, if you're a rugby player, make sure you are in line with the fans, because that's where you're coming. Yeah. And I kept to tell Musaba, akafoko wekaliwana. And he said, Nzija, Mungu ni wetu, songa iwagu. It's good to be a player.
But the transition from being a player to a fan is hard, because even on the weekend we saw him,
the man was
looked like he wanted to even go to the coach and ask for boots.
Now you get to experience what we go through every
from
weekend.
A different perspective, when you cannot control the outcome.
Yes. You find Bruno when they've lost. Hey, look at you. And I don't know why he pulls out this thing. Hey, Katino Gamba, Iwe.
That is when the
room chica in him comes out. But again, after that, we find ourselves somewhere. We toast and drink.
Yeah,
and life goes on.
Anyway, in your opinion, who was your man of the weekend? You can be on pitch, you can be off pitch.
Aturinda.
Alex Aturinda.
Yes.
Big boy.
Big boy. Yasalau, Gonya once.
Aaron once.
That I know it's common in rugby, but Pirates executed it to the dot on the weekend.
To the dot.
Having their flankers play amongst the backs, creating that mismatch.
Yes.
Was amazing.
It was really amazing. I saw some beautiful rugby on Saturday, and I can say Alex Aturinda was my man. Whenever you could get the ball, you could see the impact. And you could see, say, and he knew where the Chituri was. I will not tell you where, but he knew exactly where the Chituri was.
Yes. Bruno, who was your man of the weekend? Or lady of the weekend, let me say.
My man of the weekend was on and off pitch. Conrad Wanyama.
Conrad.
On and off pitch.
He beats you on pitch and then he comes and he shares with your goods.
Even on the stage.
Even on stage.
And by the way, he went to the stage also and he danced with Pierre Pounds. It was his weekend.
That is rugby. By the way, that is rugby for you.
Happy.
And hope to see more and more of such stuff.
Yes.
And now, special thank you so much. I always like it when players on and off the pitch are really happy. Yes. You can see, you expect more and more corporate companies coming to those different clubs.
Right.
And it's good for the sport.
Yeah. And maybe we'll conclude with this. I want to know, what are your thoughts on online banter? Where do you think it is right now, and what do you think can be done to make sure it is governed well? Because there are some people who complain, hey, you've overdone it this time, you've gone beyond, you shouldn't have said this. And some people are saying that online banter, man, it's just online, you don't have to put feelings regardless. So what are your thoughts on banter? And
banter is good as long as you don't really get personal. That I'll say. You come to my family, I'll hunt you. I'll hunt you.
Okay.
Do everything you want with me. Share me, put me anywhere. That is okay.
Right.
But please don't go personal. Don't go deep into somebody's life.
Right.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
But the banter, I saw the arrogance, that one we go. We go. And then it has taught us something. Heathens used to be very dull online. But of late, they've learned to let's go on social media, let's do this, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah. And you could see, and you post something, you could see people retweeting,
that
and you say,
is so good.
Yes. We used to be very dull on social media. And the pilots would have you any day. Hey. But when heathens came to social media, you rarely now see the arrogance now. Arrogance. They only come when they've won. But after beating them, I expected banter even before, like before the heathens and pirates came. Yeah. But these days, people are quiet.
People are humble. And they had been losing to you guys a lot. So
but banter is good.
It's really good.
You go for this, you go for that. Hey, now they see me like this. Hey. Now they brought a man into a club. Now he's once. That is okay. That is okay.
Bruno, in a minute, what are your thoughts on banter?
Banter is so good, and you should know the facts about banter. It always get you when you're on the losing side.
Yeah,
you will
of
not
course,
love it,
of course.
But you love it when
you love
as
it,
well.
And
but,
you wait.
Yeah, like Eddie said, it just goes wrong. Banter goes wrong and beyond when you go to disrespect.
Yes.
Of either a fan personally or a player, depending on his looks, depending on his job, depending on his family, it just doesn't get right. So, but general banter that is not disrespectful to individuals is good.
That's good. I like it.
For people that like social media, and yes, allow the fact that it will hunt you down when you're losing, but you'll enjoy it when
you're winning. Yeah. You say, let me wait for my when you beat them down, now you go down to gain that away.
But don't you see how Pirates kept data for 1 year? Like when we get the incidents, guys. Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday. It was only Pirates on social media. I think they even first converged somewhere and first said, okay, now this is what we talk about today. The next hour, this is what we talk about. It was just amazing to see.
It's fun.
Yeah, but it's been a wonderful conversation. With rugby, we can talk about it the whole day because it's something that we really love. We appreciate everyone that keeps watching. Sometimes we have videos that go very, very long, but we encourage people to just that it's important in every aspect of what we talk about. There is a message we're trying to give out. We always urge you guys, follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are now on TikTok. We are trying to be cool like you guys. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are a lot of shorts and a lot of the full videos for you to watch. Lots happening, lots coming out in 2023. So please, just keep it Fat Cats, and always let us know what you think about the videos. Always let us know what you think about the brand, and we shall see you next week. Cheers.